Hi there, and welcome to the Superpowered Love Book Tour, which I'm still not sure if that's what I'm calling it, but let's pretend I am, where I read from a different superpowered love book at every stop. And it started with The Takedown, because The Takedown is the newest one. It's number 8. They can be read in any order. So on my last stop, I read from Riot Boy, which is book 2, which made me think I should read from book 5 this time, because they're the two that have a little bit of character crossover. The villain, one of the villains in Riot Boy, is the hero of ReEntry Burn, which is book 5. So, here's the blurb for book 5, ReEntry Burn. Mallory Claremont was born and raised to be the villain in someone else's story, complete with fire-based superpowers. But then his cousin and former partner in crime, Brady, led him into a trap, and he's been in superpowered lockdown ever since. When he gets out on parole, he meets Theo McCracken, cold, superpowered ex-offender. Theo has a modern Hamlet-style past, dangerously pretty eyes, and a hunger for affection that even Mal's best defensive efforts can't deny for long. They've paid their debts to society, but society doesn't care. From blackmailing co-workers to suspicion from the neighbors, it's hard to catch a fair chance. Pile that on top of their dark family past haunting their every step, plus all the leftover abandonment issues and paranoia, and it feels like just a matter of time before they'll be shoved right back into prison. After all the people he's hurt, Mal isn't sure he deserves a chance to live his own life, to choose his own labels, to be his own man. But maybe having someone like Theo, someone who can love him and be loved, scars and all, could make the whole endless struggle worthwhile. So I'm just going to read like a tiny bit that is not long after Theo and Mal first meet, which they meet at a group therapy that they are required to go to as part of their parole, which as far as I know is not a thing in Virginia, but whatever. And this takes place in Arlington, Virginia, which is right outside of DC for those of you who live on the other coast. The girl behind the customer service counter, Kelly, gave me a pack of American Spirits for free because it got mashed up. If anyone finds out, I'll hack off your cute little dick. I snorted. Yeah? You gonna keep it on your nightstand? Keep dreaming, baby boy. Pain in the ass job, but if you could handle a little sexual harassment, the people, apart from my suspicious motherfucker of a manager, turn out to be alright. Not the yuppies who lived in the rapidly reproducing high-rises around the mall and the old money houses down Pershing, but the normal people, like me. I say like me, but they weren't. I hadn't pegged a single awakened person there, and it made me twitchy. Richmond was easy. Richmond was home. Maybe I wouldn't have missed it so much if I'd ever lived anywhere else. I mean, the place was a fucking shithole. Still, the one place I knew. The one place I couldn't go. You'd think the threat of being wiped out by a pissed-off awakened vigilante would have made it less appealing, but, in fact, it had the opposite effect. Anyhow, Kelly was leaning over the counter and offering her unbuttoned green official shirt for my approval, and I'm not one to miss those opportunities at any time, let alone when I haven't seen anything like it in forever. So I looked right down her shirt. Then felt a freezing hand on my shoulder. I mean, unnaturally cold type freezing. Awakened cold. I stood up straight, just like that, certain unavoidable associations springing into my brain. My fire curled up in my belly, almost came out my fingers without my permission. Thought that was you, said a voice a little deeper and a lot less twangy than the one I was subconsciously expecting. I turned, and there stood Theo. I stepped out of his grip and eyed him, still on high alert. He'd miraculously lost the jacket and wore short sleeves so that I could see a snake, or maybe a green dragon tattoo that started at his elbow and curled up his right arm, all blue and green and purple. Whatever it was, the head was hidden under his heather gray t-shirt. He held both hands up and whistled low. Whoa, man, jumpy much? Valley girl much? I mumbled. He grinned. Who's your girlfriend? Kelly, I answered without thinking. She said, You wish. Who's your boyfriend? Before I could answer, Theo elbowed past me and leaned on the counter toward her with one arm, holding out the other. Theo McCracken, and I'm not his boyfriend. Unless you're into that. I rolled my eyes, thinking, way to propagate bias stereotypes, fuckface. She shook his hand and squeezed it, making pretty pouty lips. You put on a good show? Uh-huh. I take instruction well, too. She was about to say something else, but for some reason his joining in the daily Kelly tells every man in the store what to do and gets off on it thing was making me twitchy. I cut in with, "Fuck are you doing here?" They both turned their faces slowly toward me, like I'd interrupted something. Theo said, "Last time I checked, this is the closest grocery store to my shitty apartment. What are you doing here?" His gaze dropped to my official green polo, embroidered with the store name. I mumbled, being mortified. Please, I'm on contract with VDOT. Roadwork on 66 is a clusterfuck. I mean, I'm not complaining, seeing as they'll have my ass if I don't work. Just saying. Kelly asked, "Who's they?" I grabbed Theo's arm, making sure to keep my hand hot enough to tone down his cold. Hot enough that he'd get the point. "Come here, I gotta show you something." "That's what I'm talking about." He waved to Kelly, who, when I looked back to check she wasn't coming to, was grinning at our backs. I yanked him into the deserted coffee, tea, and juice aisle. "Jesus, man, blow my cover." He shrugged. "Pretty sure they have to tell everyone if a parolee's working here." "Not everyone," I said, even though I had no fucking clue. Another shrug. "Just be cool, okay?" I started toward the back to get to work. This time, he grabbed me. "Hey!" I turned. "I gotta work. You know, so they don't send me back to fucking prison." "You know the Old Flag Tavern?" I nodded. "Meet me there when you're done. I'll buy you a beer." I slipped out of his grip. "The fuck for?" He raised his eyebrows. "'Cause you're kind of uptight, and I figure you'll be easier if I get you liquored up." "I ain't allowed to get liquored up." "You know what I mean." I snorted again. "You asking me on a date or on a let's talk about how awesome it is to be an ex-con field trip?" Theo held up both hands in that gesture of surrender. "Whatever you want." "There's no way this is why you came here." Dude, I had no idea you worked here. I gotta eat too." I flushed. My fire coiled tight in my stomach. "Whatever. Fine." "Fine as in yes?" I mean, obviously I was gonna say yes. The place he suggested was decent enough that it wouldn't send up any red flags with Vasquez, my parole officer, if she heard about me hanging out there. So long as I wasn't drunk or too late. I didn't give a shit if he wanted to flirt. I had sort of a rule about dating, but I sincerely doubted he was looking for more than a beer and a convenient blowjob, seeing as our situations were similar enough. I wouldn't have minded either or both, honestly. He asked, "So are you expecting a date, or?" "I'll drink your beer if you just go the fuck away." "I'll drink your beer. Please tell me that's a euphemism." I shook my head. "I liked you better when you were busy keeping your mouth shut at group." "We have that sort of in common. I decided I liked your mouth at group, too." By this time, the fire was burning super hot inside me. I kept picturing him making that obscene gesture with his tongue in his cheek and his hand around an imaginary cock. But I gotta do it. You know that one. Which hadn't really done it for me at the time, but combined with the way he was looking at me right then, and the fact that I hadn't had any real play in years, I was burning down. No way he'd acted like this in the joint. Not if he'd come out with a smile like that. He must be even more desperate than me. "Thanks, I guess." He asked, "What time?" "What? What time should I meet you there?" 4. "Happy hour. Good. I'll buy you 2. I'm off like a dirty shirt." He shoved his hands into his jean pockets, one of which peeked through a threadbare patch, and wandered back down the aisle. I dropped my gaze and was kind of surprised. He was decent from the front, but he was fucking hot from the back. And also that accent is how I talk when I drink too much, as many people can attest. So it's not something that I just made up. It's just me being really Appalachian. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to scroll down and enter to win a chance, or enter to win a Superpowered Love prize box. They're going to be personalized. There's going to be 2 of them. And you can enter at every stop on this blog tour. And you can watch me attempt not to look too freaking silly while I'm reading from my books. So yeah, check that out, and thanks very much.